Welcome to Strangeville. Welcome to the channel. My name is Kevin Strange, 20-year veteran of the underground, cartoonist, novelist, and independent filmmaker. And I am here today to talk about this brand new, what is it, Absolute Batman?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody on the internet has been telling me, Kevin Strange, you gotta read this new Absolute Batman. It's the best Batman in 20 years. All the kids love it. This Batman is introducing a whole new generation of kids that don't like nothing but TikTok videos and Twitch video game streams and manga and anime. And they love them some Absolute Batman. Well, my friend Andrew is here today to school me on all things Absolute Batman. Andrew, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
On the channel. Andrew is a longtime Strangehead. He has been in several of my movies, including as the Dungeon Master in Colonel Kill Motherfuckers, and the long arm zombie in Dead Shit. I meant to get this out. I don't know what I just rolled over. It sounded like gunshots.
Yeah, that was my foot actually. So
I believe I have. I meant to get it out before we got started, but I believe I have the issue of Dead Shit with your long arm zombie on it. But of course, oh, there it is. I found it.
Oh. First one you drew,
there it is,
right?
gang. Yeah, the very first issue of Dead Shit from Kevin Strange with the what am I rolling over here? This is just crazy. It's like a war zone behind me. There he is. There's a long arm zombie right there on the cover.
Looks just like me.
That's you, Andrew. How do you feel about being in a film and comic book adaptation of,
the film was wild. That was a crazy day.
Keep in mind, gang, this is my very first comic book. The art is very not that the art in any of my stuff is great. This is my art here. This is my art here. But we're gonna get a look. Gonna get a little look-sees at the long arm zombie.
Wow. Yeah. Definitely has evolved. It's been a while since I looked at the early stuff.
Oh, it's not good. There's you.
Yeah. You got the sideburns a little bit there.
I even put him in the shitty blue shirt we bought you that we could rip the arms off of.
Yeah.
Anyway. Thanks for joining us, Andrew.
Yeah.
We're not here to talk about Dead Shit, the comic book. We're here to talk about...
We might be.
Well, we might not be.
Okay.
We might be here to talk about Scott Snyder's brand new Absolute Batman. I guess we should get into it, but before we do that, we got to pay some bills.
Do you want to read that comic?
Which
that
comic?
was just out there? We can show them, got the Patreon.
Oh, yeah, if you want to read Dead Shit, the comic book, we got to... let's do the subscribers first.
We've already got there.
Have we?
Probably.
Probably not.
Oh.
We are almost to 1,000 subscribers on the channel. I believe we have less than 90 to go. Double digits, gang. We're almost there.
You're going to get that so quick.
Almost there. Well, you would hope. Maybe they take one look at that Dead Shit art and I lose 90 subscribers.
Oh, that's true. It does go both ways.
So if you're between 40 and 60% of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed. You can reach over, click that subscribe button for free, costs you nothing. And when we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, I'm going to be giving away my graphic novel Space Worms, 164 pages of art that looks way better. Give me the. I gotta redeem myself here. This is the Space Worms art. I mean, I'm not saying this is Picasso or anything, gang, but gotta get to stuff that's not. Gotta get to stuff that's not nudity. We upped the game here in Strangeville, and the art definitely got a lot better as we went along. And you do 164 pages of anything, and you're going to get better at...
You're closing in on that 10,000 hours.
Yeah, you're getting pretty close. I'd say I'm probably somewhere between 6,000 and 7,500, 6,000 and 7,500 hours as far as my work here. So these are a few of the safe for work pages on Kevin Strange's Space Worms, the graphic novel. And I'm going to give the digital version of this away for free on the Patreon for an entire month. Once we hit that 1,000 subscribers, the link to the Patreon is below, and you're not going to have to subscribe to read Space Worms during that month period. Excuse me. But if you did choose to join the Patreon, it's only $3 a month. You get all of my comics, including Space Worms, my brand new book, Count Kefula, Death to Strangeville, Wizard of Ganj, Too Many Dabs. You gain access to 20 years of comics, novels, and feature films from the twisted mind of yours truly, Kevin Strange. And I believe it's still Monster Month. I believe it's still October. And so for a very, very limited time, just the next few days, you still have time to pre-order that Count Kefula comic. Well, you can read it right now by becoming a patron for the $3 a month. But you can pre-order the 28-page print version, full color. That expires on October 31st. I believe we're putting this Absolute Batman episode out before that happens. And so you still have a couple of days left to get your pre-order in. You get a free 11x17 poster with that. The pre-order link is in the description. You got to get that pre-order in by October 31st to get that free poster with it. And then we just have one more little thing to go over. Members only. As you can see, there's a bunch of videos scrolling by here on your right. Those are all, as of the recording of this video, videos that haven't been released yet. So we have usually anywhere from 10 to 15 videos at any given time that are behind the membership paywall that have not been released yet. For $2.99 a month, you get access to all those videos. And why does that matter? Well, we do a book like as this channel gets bigger and bigger, 1,000 subscribers, then 5,000, then 10,000, then 100,000. When we're rocking 100,000 subscribers and we do a brand new comic book that's grabbing people's attention, like Absolute Batman. We're going to have what's called the Strangeville effect. And enough members are going to have already watched this video in the members only section before it, because they come out weeks, they're behind the paywall for weeks, excuse me, sometimes months in advance. Thanks. And the members will already have access to that. And so books like Absolute Batman will be completely sold out, which it already is.
Yeah.
I tried to get my own copy of it, and they said, you think.
You got to wait till that second printing.
Got to wait for the second printing for that. But being a member will mitigate that Strangeville effect for other books. So consider becoming a channel member, $2.99 a month. The join button is below. All the money we make from the Patreon, from the members only section, from becoming monetized when we hit the 1,000 subscribers, all that's going to go towards getting us better cameras, better microphones, better
lighting,
computer equipment, better lighting, better hosts,
better guests,
guests. So consider, it's just going to be upgrade after upgrade that will bring more value to you, the YouTube audience watching these videos. Enough, Andrew. Tell us about Absolute Batman.
So, this was DC. Every once in a while just likes to reboot things. You know how that goes. They want to try to get those new entry points and kind of shake things up a little bit. Maybe try to explore some different things. And so this is their newest version of trying to do that. Scott Snyder, who was creative on this, did the main story, became popular through the initial New 52 run of Batman.
Crack that sucker open.
Okay. So this is a variant cover here.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Jeff. You can continue to tell you.
Oh, yeah. I was saying that I was just going to lead into that, though, because the actual cover is behind it.
Oh,
so
wow.
This is the current, if you just buy the generic.
Oh, wow.
So that's a pretty cool one, too, though.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, he went through, I think, a 50-issue run whenever the New 52 first started.
Okay.
He went through, I think, there's probably 4 or 5 different trades collecting his run. Yeah, lift that up in there. It's a good one.
I like how the the bat symbol is just a block of black across his chest.
You're going to like it even more later. So, if we're just jumping in, this is kind of a flashback here to young Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
As he's at the Gotham Zoo. And he's with his classmates.
Okay.
So this first arc is going to be called The Zoo.
The
This
Zoo.
is part 1 of
Okay.
5, so I guess we're going to do a 5-issue run.
All right.
Focusing on the zoo. And, yeah, some interesting art, and I don't know, it's different.
It's not grabbing me right away. This looks like pretty basic, modern Marvel and DC art.
Yeah, this is another one. As I've said before, I mostly read comics for the story. I just kind of wanted to get a story in here.
Oh, sure.
But you get this mysterious motorcycle rider coming into town, and then eventually you figure out this is Alfred. This is the new version of Alfred.
All right.
He's kind of like a special ops.
Okay.
You find out that he's been sent here from some shadowy agency of some sort to try to help figure out what's going on here in Gotham, because there have been a bunch of terrorist attacks on the city. So he's coming back, and this is where he starts trying to leave a message for his daughter, and that the party animals, this is the group that's taking over the town, causing some chaos. And his handler tells him that he's only here to observe. They just want to try to get some intel. He's in no way to go and try to stop any of these terrorists. He's just there to observe.
Okay.
And then we get a little glimpse here of Croc's gym. So if you're a Batman fan, what's the first thing that kicks off in your mind? It's going to be Killer Croc.
Of course, Killer Croc.
So this version of Killer Croc is actually human and owns a gym. So that's different.
It is different.
Intriguing.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I like Killer Croc as a giant monster, but
Well, maybe he'll get there still.
maybe he's.
This is the zoo.
It is the zoo.
So we could. But here's our first introduction for Bruce Wayne as an adult now.
Okay. I can see why the kids like this. It's a very anime style, very manga style.
Oh yeah. I haven't read much manga, so. But yeah, this is a new version of Bruce Wayne. So before you've got the kid whose parents were murdered in front of his eyes, and he went and studied and became like a scientist and a detective and
Martial arts expert.
got all brainy with a little bit of martial arts in him. This kid is not from wealth. The Wayne family is not super well off, so he's kind of from the streets.
Okay.
Kind of a musclehead.
All right.
Was trying to go through on like a football scholarship.
Okay.
But then he ends up getting hurt, losing his scholarship, coming back. But yeah, we get some flashbacks still here of the zoo. So we're getting little clues and stuff for what might be happening. I don't know that we get a whole lot into it, but Thomas Wayne is the man revealed to be the tour guide at the zoo. And he just destroys
Bruce
this.
here?
Yeah.
I like it. Oh, and that's Killer Croc has an actual crocodile there.
Mm-hmm.
Croc's gym, and he has a croc there. Okay.
And some interesting dialogue here because he's mentioning Ozzy, so we're thinking that's going to be Oswald Cobblepot, you know. And they also mention some of the other, they have a poker game with Eddie, Harvey, Oz, and he's going to try to get Selena. So we're getting a lot of the Rogues Gallery here, and you get a little picture, I guess, of them as they were youthful.
Him and all those other in the whole Rogues Gallery.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of a sepia.
So that's
flashback photo.
That's Croc. That's Bruce. And then this is the rest of them, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's Selena back there.
I'm guessing so, yeah.
And then
which one do you think is kind of penguin-like?
Take your pick on who's penguin. I'm saying this guy.
Okay.
And then that leaves Harvey. Probably this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eddie.
Yep.
And who's Eddie?
That doesn't spark anything with me. Oh, Edward Nigma.
Riddler. Yeah, the Riddler. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Just revelation on screen. So then, this cuts back to some like mysterious organization here that's kind of running with Falcone and all the underworld. You always got to get the mob involved in it, you know. And he ends
What
up,
is Gotham without the Gotham's underworld crime
yeah,
bosses?
you got the Maronis here also. And so this organization reveals they have death masks of people throughout history.
Okay.
And they've been collecting them. So you got Socrates, this is George Washington, and then they reveal that they've got members of the family. And then they end up taking out the two members here. So they've taken out the whole mob family.
Oh.
And then we get the first glimpse of the cowl.
Yeah.
Batman is suiting up because he knows there's going to be an attack today. All the news channels are wondering where they're going to be striking next. And we get, Mayor Jim Gordon is giving a speech here. And then all the townspeople are upset. They want justice for what's been going on. This used to be a safe place. I used to be able to walk to my work. Now I have to take alternate routes. And you see the terrorists start to mass towards the area. They end up taking him out with a flashbang, causing some chaos, charging in, trying to take charge. And then Alfred, meanwhile, is watching it from the rooftop nearby. And they're telling him not to interfere still, the handlers. So he's getting upset. He knows he could do something. But he is told to stand down, not to engage. And then you see Batman come in. He's got the little silhouette up there. You're a silhouette guy. How's that one?
I am a silhouette guy. That's pretty cool. And that's our first.
Full reveal of Batman in the new costume.
Looking pretty cool.
He's definitely beefy.
Frank Miller-esque in his beefiness. Look like Marv in a Batman costume.
Yep. Some really neat cape effects. I guess the cape kind of has some momentum of its own.
Yeah, that's pretty
He's
cool.
walking with the cape as like bat wings, kind of.
Yeah.
And then using it to hold his weight up as he does a double kick.
That's weird, yeah.
And Alfred's just scoping it all in, gathering data. We got a large crowd coming up the steps here. He just takes them all out, pulls the ears off of his cowl
Oh, shit.
as
Look at that.
batarangs.
Look at that.
And then you get a big guy coming up. You always got to get a big bad.
You gotta like the big boys.
Mm-hmm.
What's a group of henchmen without the big the tank, right?
Yeah. And so this is kind of neat. This is what I'm alluding to earlier. This guy threatens him with a cleaver. So he pulls out this thing from his belt, attaches it to his emblem, and it becomes an axe.
Oh,
He
shit.
rips it off his chest, and it becomes an
Oh,
axe.
shit. It's the bat axe. Look at that. Look at that gang.
So that's pretty innovative. I've never even thought of anything like that before.
Wow.
So we got some cool stuff here. And he's going to charge at him, and then he just gets his arm or his hand chopped off with the cleaver by the bat axe.
I like this shot of all the goons in their
Skull faces.
Skull
yeah.
faces or death masks.
And you get the big, out of my way! We got some spikes coming out of his back of him.
Yeah, it's again very manga or anime inspired there.
With the cape billowing out in directions too.
Looking cool.
But it's all for naught because we got a detonator and we're just going to blow up part of Town Hall anyway. And then through the smoky aftermath, Alfred decides to try to sneak up on this masked man. Doesn't really go so well for him. He gets taken out.
pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Now everybody's talking about Batman. And it shows him he's just kind of a normal dude working a construction job. Alfred's been tailing him, digging into his past. He's already figured out that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Everybody does.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. But yeah, he's apparently 24 years old, Mom's a social worker, dad's a teacher. Grew up in Crime Alley. High friends in low places, tight group. In 5th grade, he won a student engineering competition, creating a mobile collapsible bridge that can be used to bring aid to locations hit by catastrophic damage from war and cataclysm. The design is origami-like, based on the anatomy of bat wings.
So that's his cape.
Mm-hmm.
Why he can walk around on it and all that shit.
Yeah. And for the prize for the 5th grade talent show or whatever was he won the trip for his class to go to Gotham Zoo. And that's where it starts. And then you get to see a strange gunman coming in, taking people out. And they rush and they hide everybody inside the bat enclosure. So that's where he's still going to get his bat trauma to inspire him.
Okay.
Here's where I talk about the football scholarship.
Right.
Got injured, came home to help support his mother. Still studied everything. Mechanics, chemistry, psychology, military theory.
Bats walk on their hands. So giving us more of that. Walking around on the cape.
You set up in Gotham. You work in the power grid. You work in the water department. Next, sanitation. After that, you intern at City Hall, studying public policy, micro and macroeconomics, learning your city, the body, the brain, every damn part of Gotham, until finally you come full circle, ever the engineer, creating, building. You even fix what you break, repairing the stairs that you blew up last night. So Gotham is still his own city. So it's kind of neat. Here he is coming back to his mom. Like he's, just kind of looks like an apartment complex almost that they're living in. And then we get some information that he's tracking down the skull masks, trying to figure out what's going on there. Once again, trying to sneak up on him. But Batman's been looking into Alfred as well.
Fucked him up again.
Yeah. You just can't sneak up on him.
Bats are crazy.
And you get our big double splash page here, and then you finally get the credits for the issue.
Yeah, who's doing the art on this?
Nick Dragotta.
Yeah.
The colorist, Frank Martin.
It's kind of underwhelming, the art. I like the direction of it. It's obviously going to be, this is just the introductory issue, but for the hype around this thing, I'm kind of underwhelmed. It looks like it's going to be cool. I love the axe, chest axe thing. Mm-hmm. I love, obviously Batman can always benefit from being taken in a new direction, and I'm interested to see where it goes, but I'm not sure why this is making everybody go bananas. It's not that. Like, the art isn't inspiring at all, really. It's a cool Batman design,
mm-hmm.
but as far as the artist himself, sorry to say, Nick, but it's just modern corporate superhero art in my mind. I didn't really find much of that. I mean, we just sat down and did Richard Corbin's Hellboy the Crooked Man before we did this, and that's just some of the coolest art I've ever seen. So going from Richard Corbin to this, maybe we should have done this first.
Maybe.
But I wasn't super impressed by it.
And then you get the epilogue teasing, of course.
Of the Joker. Of course. Well, it's Batman without the Joker.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that it'll be cool, but I don't know that it's going to be like a generational revolution of drawing young people into Batman. I mean, I guess people are saying that's what it's doing, and it's this is selling out everywhere. You can't even get a copy of this anymore.
Yeah.
I was just by happenstance, I happened to put out on Facebook that I was looking for anybody that had this that would want to come on the show and talk about it, because it's such like the snowball hype is just getting bigger and bigger for it. And Andrew was like, "Hey man, I got that." I was like, "Well, fuck, bring it over. Let's take a look at it." But I don't know. What do you think? Are you super into it? You think it's because I think maybe like the Batman Who Laughs was like heavy metal. What was it called? Heavy metal Batman? Full Metal Batman?
Dark metal, right?
No, I don't know. I don't remember, but
okay,
that had a way cooler aesthetic to me than this does. And I think that was like, because that was like 10 years ago,
probably,
maybe more.
Yeah. No, that's probably about right.
And so that was a big deal back then.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wanted Batman Who Laughs. He had like the bondage Jokers or bondage Robins and all the crazy shit. I think I like that better than this. I don't know if this isn't grabbing me. Is it grabbing you?
I don't know. It probably, the story's interesting. I like that. And like you said, the art is nothing inspiring. I'm intrigued enough. I like Snyder. I'm a big fan. I went through a lot of his American Vampire. It was a really cool series. We'll have to do that at some point.
Okay.
I think you'll like that a lot. But
I don't hate it, but I don't get the hype.
yeah.
Gang, you jump in the comments and you tell me what the hype's all about. You tell me if you like it, if you hate it, if this was your first time seeing it. Give us your thoughts in the comments. You got anything else, Andrew?
No, I don't think so.
Well, if you've got a copy, because this is Andrew's copy, he's going home with it. If you've got a copy of Batman, of Absolute Batman, and you thought it was a big stinker like I do, well, you can send that on to Kevin Strange, P.O. Box number 5, Cottage Hills, Illinois, 62018. I'd be glad to take it off your hands. If you've got any other dupes or anything you want to see us cover on the channel in your long box that's burning you up and you want to send it our way, send it on to Kevin Strange, P.O. Box number 5, Cottage Hills, Illinois, 62018. And if you are a creator of comics and you would like to see your comics reviewed here on the channel, like we just did Absolute Batman, send your comics our way. Kevin Strange, P.O. Box number 5, Cottage Hills, Illinois, 62018. Just like James Edward Clark did with Pissant Apocalypse. He sent this on a few weeks ago, and it's a brilliant book. I like it way more than I like Absolute Batman. It's a post-apocalyptic story of all these. It's the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse told in a crazy way. These characters are all. It's a very simple story about a big yellow mutant and his lady as they traverse the apocalypse and end up running into situations where they keep running into the different Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, who are basically tyrants trying to destroy humanity through bureaucracy and corporate corruption in the apocalypse. So they're basically trying to keep the old structure of capitalism alive in the apocalypse, and the big yellow mutant has to take them on one at a time and take them out. And it is a fantastic story. I'm going to be doing a review on it. James Edward Clark has a crowdfunder running for his new book, Evil. Right now it runs through October 30th, so you still have a couple of days. Look him up on his Instagram, and if you like what you see here from Pissant Apocalypse, be sure to pick up to help fund his new book, Evil. And I will be doing a review of Pissant Apocalypse. I'm going to sneak it in here right a few days before the end of the month. I'm out of spaces. October is completely full. We've already got the first week of November done, but I'm going to sneak in a review of Pissant Apocalypse. So if you have your own crowdfunders and you want to get me some material that I can cover before your crowdfunder ends, please do. Send it to the P.O. Box. Andrew, are we out of this piece?
I think so. I'm one of them members, so I got to check out this video.
Remember to, I don't know what to do. Go to the dollar bins, gang, and I hope to see you there. And remember to keep on digging.